I've tried over 100 free Quest 2 games, so you don't have to. Here are my top picks. We're kicking off the list with Blacktop Hoops, a free VR basketball game with over 11,000 positive ratings on the Oculus Store, and for good reason. This game is an absolute blast, and whether you're a basketball superstar or have never even touched a ball in your life, I can guarantee you'll have a ton of fun in this one. It features super dope dribbling mechanics as well as dunks that will make you feel like an absolute champ. Blacktop Hoops also features both single-player and multiplayer and even competitive ranked matches. So gather your crew and get this free game because it absolutely slaps. I can't even believe this one is free. Nicknamed the Dark Souls of VR, Grimlord is an action-packed, story-driven and absolutely brutal RPG built from the ground up for VR. Be warned though, this game is not easy. It's not your typical hack and slash, and you'll get your ass kicked by those weirdo zombies faster than you can say "Damn, son!" One thing worth mentioning is that the game is still in early access, so it might not be perfect, and the Oculus Store build is not the full game, but it's still enough to get your blood pumping. The developers are constantly improving it, so I genuinely see this becoming a must-have VR game, so go get it while it's hot. Next up, we have another early access game, and it's a combination of Pistol Whip and Against. Brisk Square has you navigating a futuristic wasteland full of hunters that want to take you down. Your goal is to free the streets of violence and do it with style. It's an intense and fast-paced title and has a great feeling of progression, as you'll start with a simple blade and slowly evolve to unlock more and more weapons, including telekinesis. Slash with one hand and grab, throw and crush with the other.
Use the Force, Luke.
The graphics will not blow your mind for sure, but hey, it's free, stop complaining. For you board games fans out there, this next one is a must-have. Cards and Tankards is very nicely polished. They've named themselves the first social collectible card game, and as far as I'm aware, that's completely true. You'll battle it out with your friends or others online, collect over 160 cards and build out your best deck to crush everyone while having a nice pint of ale. It even offers crossplay and character customization. The colorful tavern provides you with a great environment, and casting winning spells to crush your enemies feels really satisfying. If that's not enough, you'll get to win a massive trophy and level up with each win. If you didn't know this existed and you're a fan of the genre, I'm gonna say it again, you need to download this. With one of the best feeling movements and arrow shooting mechanics, HiBow is one you won't want to miss. This is a spin on the Battle Royale genre and offers a plethora of characters, weapons and powers, each with their own unique advantages and drawbacks. My recommendation is to try all of them out first before deciding, because you might be surprised. The developers are improving it all the time, so as they put it, it will never go stale with a steady stream of new content such as heroes, maps, game modes, weapons and seasonal leagues. And I totally agree with that statement. The game has evolved incredibly since the very first time I tried it and keeps improving over time. One thing I really enjoy is that it's not just your typical team-based FPS. HiBow has its own style and skill plays a big role, which means replayability and the sense of progression are very well defined. Both the fighting and the flight are super smooth, and I can't see how someone wouldn't enjoy it. Finally, a game involving monkeys that doesn't just feel like a Gorilla Tag clone. See Monkey Doo Dio is extremely fun, and yes, I know the name is ridiculous. The game is set in the floating jungles of the Bermuda Triangle, and your main goal is to collect bananas, but wait, there's more. You can throw poop at other players.
What did he say?
Yep, I know, sounds completely stupid, and it is, but that doesn't mean it's not hilariously fun. Deck out your monkey with the latest and greatest accessories and swing your way to victory while avoid getting hit in the face with the brown stuff. Also, there's hungry crocs below you, so hold on tight. Moving on from poop flinging to one of my favorite VR games of all time. And unless you've been living under a VR rock, you must have heard of Blaston. The game was super worth it even at the initial $10 price tag, but it's gone completely free to play. So there's no excuses not to download it. The strategic slow-motion gunplay is one of the best feeling ones I've experienced. Duel other players online, collect weapons, personalize your loadout and dodge using your entire body. You can even do it in mixed reality with pass-through, and it feels awesome on both Quest 2 and especially on the Quest Pro. The motto of this game is simple: never stay still. They've even added a lounge, attachments and character customizations to keep making the game better. So if you haven't tried Blaston yet, this is your sign to do it. Going from slow-mo to extremely fast-paced, this next title is another one that you might have heard of and need to try if you haven't. Hyperdash is a multiplayer team-based shooter with a ton of game modes like Payload, Domination, Capture the Flag, and many others. It has a decent number of gun options, including dual wielding and also shields, but the key here is to not stand still. You can move freely in the arenas, but the coolest mechanic is the rail grinding, and don't think of any dirty stuff, it's not that kind of grinding. Anyway, the game also features lots of comfort options for those of you whose stomachs might not be able to deal with the speed. Word of caution though, if you're an absolute beginner, maybe wait a bit on this one because it's pretty intense even with the comfort options maxed out. Otherwise, if you're a veteran, this one's a must. This next one was developed by a single guy, so hats off to you, Ben, if you're watching this. The game is called Cybercade, and in Ben's own words, it's inspired by the classic arcade games like Area 51 and Time Crisis. The art style and music are great, and one of the best aspects of the game is that you can play it both alone and with your friends or others online in co-op mode. It gives me Super Hot meets Pistol Whip vibes, and I'm saying that with the utmost respect. Multiple weapons, dual wielding, and dope beats.
What more do you need?
The game also has both a casual mode for a more stress-free experience with unlimited lives, as well as an arcade mode where you'll need to play more strategically and fight your way to the highest scores. You've probably already recognized this one from the footage on screen, but I could not leave out Population 1. Officially the #1 VR Battle Royale game that has somewhat recently gone completely free to play. This is probably the very first thing you need to download after you've gotten your VR legs and don't get motion sick after 2 virtual steps. The game recently got a graphics upgrade as well, and more upgrades than I can count, from maps, gameplay balance changes, new weapons, game modes, and cosmetics. It's the type of game that can be the only thing you have installed and won't leave you bored at any point. In case you haven't heard, they've even added a sandbox mode not too long ago, allowing players to create custom maps and enjoy the amazing gunplay and flight mechanics with others inside their own creations. How cool is that? Population 1 is pretty much Fortnite in VR, and it honestly deserves its popularity, so I will see you on the battlefield. There's plenty more free Quest games where these came from, and I already have 3 more videos ready and scheduled to go out 1 per week. So make sure to like and subscribe if you found at least one game you didn't know about in this video. I'll catch you soon. Cheers guys!